contributions from themselves or their spouses, only 6 of them are registered voters, and several of them live in Rogers County. So this raises what in the law is called some serious circumstantial evidence issues that suggest to us that somebody other than these individuals provided them with the funds to make these contributions. We're asking for an investigation. It may take longer than the period we have between now and the election on April the 5th, but we're going to stick with it. We're going to press the authorities to do the right thing for the citizens of Tulsa and for the people of Oklahoma. It is not appropriate for the sheriff of Tulsa County, who has been so challenged over the last few years, to start off with a cloud over him. And so we are calling upon Vic Regalado to return the approximately $40,000 that he received from these individuals right now. We don't need to find out what the deal is. There's enough smoke about this circumstance that any person with a brain can figure out what was going on. And he should wash his hands of this kind of activity. Chairman Glenn?
Well, it's hard to know how to add to that, but it is imperative in this time, for this election in particular, with the ethical considerations surrounding the previous administration, that the people that are running and the person that we elect be beyond reproach as far as corruption is concerned. And the same people that are giving to the Vic Regalado campaign are the same people that kept Stanley Glanz in office for many, many years. They are the same people who are invested either financially or personally in keeping the sheriff's office pretty much exactly the way it was up until the resignation of Sheriff Glanz. It is important for the people, the citizens of Tulsa, to know this, and because Mr. Regalado really outraised all of his Republican opponents. In fact, I believe he raised more money than all of the other Republican opponents raised combined. He was able to get out a message of that was not terribly true, but that the other candidates could not rebut. And they had not the time nor the resources to do so. We have less than 30 days until this election. And we are also in the mind of not having much time to point out these, we think, severe ethical violations. And that is why we are doing it now with this press conference. We will be doing it from now until the time of the election. We think that Mr. Regalado, by these donations and by his history, is not the best candidate for sheriff, and in fact is not qualified to be a good sheriff for Tulsa County. And right now, we really need a good sheriff for Tulsa County.
I want to make one clarification before I let Rex introduce Rex Berry and ask him to make a brief statement. It's important to know that this just isn't some minor rule that has been violated. This is either a misdemeanor, or if somebody has funneled $5,000 or more to a straw donor, it's a felony. This is a serious problem that totally undermines our democracy, in our opinion. So that's why we're asking for this investigation. And with that, I would introduce Rex to make a brief statement, and then we'll open it to questions.
Hi, I'm Rex, the Democratic candidate for Tulsa County Sheriff. Citizens of Tulsa County have a very important decision to make on April 5th. The citizens have a choice of continuing with the same power brokers that gave us the current countywide fiscal disaster and national disgrace, or the voters can change leadership. Those power brokers presented a face of fiscal responsibility while engaging in misdirection. They have polarized our community while victimizing the weakest of our county. You and I and other taxpayers of Tulsa County are left paying these crippling bills that could have been avoided by simple, responsible leadership. It will be expensive to address these irresponsible and ill-advised costs while finding additional costs to address the damages left by a calloused disregard for the interests of our county. Stanley Glantz has been the sheriff of Tulsa County for almost 20 years. Your question is, what do you want Tulsa County Sheriff's Office to look like 20 years from now?
I have handed out a supplemental press release that has many of the items that Rex Berry says that he will want to do if he's elected sheriff, and some of the items that he suggests to Mr. Regalado he should respond to, such as disclosing records and dealing with personnel. It's open for questions at this point in time.